What's up, everybody? This is Alexander, obviously. I wanted to have a quick chat about the online business blueprint course. Actually, I believe it's profitable business blueprint, if I'm being accurate. But I sent out an email this morning that led me to reflect on, life at large, and some thoughts came up. Let us say, I'll let some of you guys hop on. But where should I kick off with this? My college degree, for those of you guys that have asked, some of you know, my college degree is in dance, performance, and choreography. Hi, Alejandro. What's up, my man? So my college degree is in dance, performance, and choreography. I spent at least, what was it come out to? I think that degree was about $15,000 a year times 3 years. So my degree cost me about, let's say, $40,000, let's say. That was the cost of my college education, $40,000. That college degree never made back the money. Now, when I say I didn't make it back, as I get a cat here in my eye, I don't mean that I never made any money working, but that college degree for the cost of $40K, what did I make the year after I graduated? I made, I think, maybe about $30,000. And I think maybe the next year after I graduated, I made about $40,000. And that degree, I didn't pay it off. I'd still not pay it off. I didn't pay off throughout all of my 20s because I never made enough to pay it off in the first place. My college education was a liberal arts degree. I definitely learned a lot about my art. I did. I learned a lot about, let's say, artistic and creative aspects of being a human being. But in regards as to how to manage finances, how to make money, in regards to anything that I could say is pragmatically useful, that degree did not teach me shit. It didn't teach me a damn thing. I knew not a single thing. I had no concept of financial mindset for my college education. I had to learn all of that myself. All of it. The online business course I did recently with Christian McQueen, for your Profitable Business Blueprint, that course cost me $500. $500. That course, since I did it in December to now, that course will have probably made me, that course probably about 20 to 40x'd itself. My income the last few months, being, full disclosure, it's gone from $5,000 to $6,000 to over 10K a month. Because of that course? No, not from that course, but that course, on the platform of having already had my brand as a business, that course was the next leveler, let's say. That course was the force amplifier to take my business to another level of success. To go from this many followers to this many followers, go from this many subscribers to this many subscribers, to get my website redone, to redo all of my products, to start planning things with video courses, start planning affiliate deals with people that I have partnerships with now for products I believe in. That course made a massive, massive, massive difference. That course cost me $5K. That course cost me $500. It cost me $500 and it's made me about $20 in 2 months. Facts of the matter, guys. And I'm not saying this because, if you do this course, you too will make 5-6 figures a month. You won't. What am I making right now? I'm making, what, I'll be making $10K this month? That's cool. Compared to where I was 2 years ago when I had to drive across the country from Florida with $800 to my name moving to my parents at the time. What's the contrast there? College education does not teach you a whole lot, especially if you get a liberal arts degree. At the same time, for those of you guys who are serious about wanting to have your own online brand, online business, just showed up, which course? Profitable Business Blueprint. My buddy Christian McQueen did it. He's online, and we follow each other. We retweet each other all the time. He designed the course. Christian's a G. He's a real guy. He's a real cat. College education does not teach you financial mindset. College education does not necessarily teach you how to have a business. I had to learn all of these things myself. I'm 28. I'm going to be 29 this year. I had to learn all of these things myself. All of them. I consider myself vastly behind most people. This course mainly based on writing online. It would be good for any kind of content. The course, I'm going to do a video walkthrough of it later today. The course lays out how to take yourself from 0 to 1. How do you have an idea? How do you identify it? How can you create a product out of that? How can you create businesses that are not necessarily your own content-driven business? How do you identify a market? How do you identify a niche? How do you market yourself in regards to followers? How do you acquire an email list? Why do you need an email list? The course is a combination of video and hands-on instruction, and you having to sit down and do the actual work because there's a work portion to it. There's a ton of shit to it. It's intensive. It's very intensive. Yeah, and like I said, that course went way beyond anything I ever did in my collegiate education. Yeah, I find it funny seeing it. Would you send your kids to university? I'd only send them to university if they were very clear and had something that was going to be pragmatically useful. That's what I'm talking about right now. I find it very ironic that, yeah, I did. I spent $40K on some. I spent $40,000 on a bachelor's of arts that to this day I don't have it hung up anywhere. I don't even show it to people. I don't tell anyone about it. And I spent $500 on a course online through a gentleman that I met through Twitter, and that course has done more for me in 2 months than my college education did for me, literally in almost a decade of being alive. Yeah, what does that say about the world we live in? I don't know. You guys tell me. Crazy when you think about it. Yeah, it is crazy. I'm not even sure how to think about it right now. I'm gonna be my college education is going to be paid off due to the online business course I took. Do you feel any different about Bachelor of Science? It depends on what is it in? What's the subject matter? That very context based. If you get something, computer engineering perhaps different for everyone. Well, everything's different for everybody. Everyone has their own individual life experiences. This is mine. I started out as a liberal arts major at the beginning of the, 2007, 2008, 2007. That was my first year in college. Started as a liberal arts major. A decade later, I work online, and my college education is just something that I had to pay off. What did it do for me? I don't know. College can be a blast. Yeah, college can be. I'm getting pressure from my mom and fam to go get an MBA, but hesitant walking 40K loan. I understand that. I was pressured by my parents, but that's what we were told. What made you go get a liberal arts degree? Well, because I was raised with the idea that if you get a degree, then you're going to make $1 million more than somebody that doesn't get a degree, and that degrees are automatically good. Degrees are amazing. Here's your fucking degree. Here's your fucking degree. Here's your fucking degree. You want a degree in environmental art therapy science? Here's your fucking degree. Everyone gets a degree, everybody. Took you 6 years to get your degree and $150,000 in debt? Whatever, you have a degree. You're a better person than people who don't have degrees. That's how I was raised. I have my whole friends talking about beta orbiters. That scope was fire. Yeah, that scope was popular. But, wrap up point to this, guys. If you're considering working online in capacity, get the course. And at this point, if you're going to, obviously accuse me of, shilling you on something, oh well. But seriously, get the course. Get the course. How would you handle the pressure from rents? Not really sure what you're referring to. College is a crime. It can be. Like I said, this is just me reflecting right now. I had no real set topic for this. It was just a comparison in my mind where I sat down this morning, looking at numbers and all that jazz, and I realized, shit, this online business course is going to be the thing that pays off my college education loans. Irony. I'm watching this in my class right now. Rent is a monthly fixed cost, whereas, I'll let you guys argue about rent. When will the online walkthrough be? I'm going to go record it. I'm going to finish this coffee, and then I'm going to record it within the hour. So that way you guys can see it firsthand. That you guys know I don't bullshit you, so I think my credibility is established in that regard. Any questions on the topic, guys? Any college questions, whatever? Deep House mixes for the win. Yeah, Deep House is amazing. I can't believe it took me that long to listen to Deep House. The degrees need to be more clear in the ROI. Yeah, they definitely need to be more clear on that. The thing is, though, college is a racket, guys. College is a racket. Loans are federally insured, federally backed, basically. And, for the college system, it is in their best interest to have as many students as possible. It's in their best interest to offer as many degrees as possible, regardless of whether they're useful or not. That's why college education is broken. Aside from the ideological bullshit of social justice and postmodernism and pluralism, relativism, and all of those things, aside from that, there's also the standpoint that colleges want to make money, and having students on federal loans makes them money, literally. It pays for everyone's salary. So if you're just starting out, no business experience, aside from cubicle work, it's a good course. Very, very, very good course. If you are at absolute zero, it is the course to do. If you're you know, obviously, if you're already making great money online, no, it's not an appropriate course. But if you're wondering, like, how the fuck do you get started online? I was at that point, I said this in the email this morning, I was at that point a year and a half ago. I had no idea what the fuck to do. I had no alternatives as to how to make money. The only thing I could think of was, if I can do something online somehow, because I had worked online for other people, I think I can make that work out. You know, it was a, you know, it was a back to the wall situation. It was not because a year ago had this great revelation of, you know, online is the future. It was that I literally had nothing else I could do at the time, and I was working a job that left me in a position where I had very few hours to put any, you know, I had very few hours at my disposal to put towards, you know, growing my own business, and I certainly couldn't do it, you know, in physical world. Digital reality, though, if I could spend all day tweeting and trying to get people on email lists, maybe I could make something out of that. So that's what I did. Yeah, and the course actually talks about that, you know, why you need an email list and how to get people to, you know, follow you and accrue people and how to establish credibility. You know, for those of you guys who have you know, who've been reading the emails lately, you know, the emails I've been sending, especially about the emails I've been sending lately on how to write, make money online, you know, grow an audience, it's from the course. How's the course taught? A combination of webinar, worksheets, and then, you know, applied work for yourself. I'll do a walkthrough, you know, literally within the hour, and you guys can take a look. Back's currently against the wall. It's great to have an example such as yourself. Well, yeah, hopefully. You know, like I told you guys, I don't consider myself a success. I'm successful in that I get to do what I want to do every day. How much is this course? It's $500, $497 to be specific. Yeah, I'm successful in regards that I was able over the course of the past year and a half to get myself in a position where I do exactly what I want to do every day. Yeah, but that took a lot of work. It took a decade of work. So McQueen is 100% legit. Absolutely. But that's not a question in my mind. Yeah, guys, I spent a long time in the fitness industry and fucked around with a bunch of shady people at various times. I know when someone is for real and is not. Where are we in for regarding the course? You're in for a lot of work if you do it. It's 4 months long, and you progress through it a month at a time. Yeah, for those of you guys who've been wondering lately, like, damn, man, you've been on fire, and your Twitter and your emails and, you know, your content, everything, you know, the next leveling, you know, as I always talk about, it's because of the course. I've spent the last 4 months doing it. I just got to the end of it, essentially, and I'm redoing it again, you know, for my own, you know, for my own development. But that's why. Yeah, that's why I waited. Yeah, you guys noticed from, you know, probably last, you know, November, December till now, it's been about 4 months. 4 months ago is when I started the course. Now is when I'm ending it. Now I'm talking about it. What's my track record? 10,000, you know, 10,000K email list, 10,000, you know, subscribers, 27,000 people on Twitter. You know, constant fucking momentum, you know, influence, all the buzzwords you want to say. Shit's working. You have to have a track record of credibility before you can, you know, promote something, if you're going to promote something. Seeing people make money online is intimidating, not going to lie. Dude, my first product online, I don't know how long you've been following me, brother, but my first product online, for those, at least some of you guys remember, it was, what, June, July, August, maybe it was August 2017. I fucking wrote an arm training program, you know, fucking guns. Wrote an arm training program, and I promoted it literally just on Twitter. Okay. I think I, like, provided, like, a PayPal link with, like, the email list. Did I even have the email list going at the time? I don't even know if I did. What course are you talking about? Profitable Business Blueprint. I'm going to post the link to it after I hop off the Periscope. Profitable Business Blueprint. But what was the first? So yeah, what was the first proc? It was the it was the bigger arms course. I wrote it in Microsoft Word, you guys. It wasn't even a fucking PDF. It was in Microsoft Word. I wrote this Word document, and then I sold it for $20 through like a PayPal, like a shitty PayPal link. And I had like 20, I think it came out to like actually 25 people ended up buying it. I made $500 in like 36 hours. At the time, I was making $500 a week working for this gym I was working at, where I was really underpaid, but I was making $500 a week, and then I made $500 online in like a day and a half. And I remember I had this, you know, I remember sitting there like looking at the PayPal balance, and I was like, fuck, like, what am I doing? What the hell am I doing with my life? You know, that's when I realized, like, yeah, making money online, like, it is attainable. And like I said, I had worked for other people online, but I never had my own thing. I'd always worked for other brands. Yeah, I never got into the, you know, the proper mindset to work for myself. But that was the turning point where I realized if I can make $500 online in a day versus working a 60-hour work week to make $500 and, you know, off a paycheck, yeah, I think I'm doing the wrong thing. I think I need to be, in digital world, making a name for myself. So that's what I did. That's why I went all in on it. That's why, I tweet 100 times a day. It's not, I joke around about my Jewish Illuminati trust fund. I don't have a trust fund, guys. That's totally bullshit if you believe that. God help you. But yeah, that's why do I spend so much time on Twitter? Why do I tweet so much? Why do I spit out all this constant content? Because I had that crisis, turning of the mind point, so many months ago, where I saw that this could be the future, and by doing what I want to do and offering the value I had to offer to that point, and to this point, I could create something for myself that was of myself, that was honest, that was authentic, and that gave me the freedom to do the life I wanted. Will you eventually work remotely and travel? I already work remotely. I have no interest in traveling. My traveling was not that I say I have no interest in traveling, but that was not my interest. I didn't want to be a digital nomad. My turning point, aside from making money online, the other turning point was that I had a girlfriend at the time who called me out on my bullshit and told me, you can't provide for me. We can't get married. You can't afford to have kids. We can't afford to be together because you're too fucking broke. Yeah, I'm paraphrasing, but those were essentially her words to me. And you know what? She was right. She was 100% fucking right. At the time, I didn't know shit about money. I had lived at my 20s. I had spent all my money, all the money I made in my 20s, I spent on money, women, alcohol, and the rest of it I wasted. So I was in Florida working at this gym, getting paid $500 a week, waking up at 4 a.m., working 60 plus client hours. I trained so many goddamn people. The gentleman I was working for was a friend of mine, was grossly underpaying me, and I didn't, I was just an idiot at the time. I was like, well, he's my buddy, he's my bro. This is my guy. Like, he's gonna come through with me on the money eventually. He never did. And then I was in this long distance relationship with this girl, amazing woman. We're not together anymore. I'm single now, but I was in this relationship with this amazing girl who I was genuinely thinking about marrying, who I want to marry. And we had a harsh as fuck conversation where I realized, she came down on me, and I deserved it. I earned it. She came down on me and said, you can't provide as a man. Sivan, yes. Yeah, that was her. But yeah, she came down to me and said, you can't provide as a man. You don't have it in you to provide because you haven't lived your life that way. You've gotten yourself to your point where you're in a fucking hole and it's your fault. And why am I with you? And she stuck by me through the process. We ended up breaking up later on for other reasons, due to incompatibilities with, just other stuff in general. Deeper things in the relationship that, that were not money. But she was right. She was right. I couldn't provide as a man. I did not, my two principles, protect and provide, perform, I couldn't do those things. The three inherent principles of masculinity I always talk about, I couldn't do those things. So I had to face up to myself, look in the mirror, metaphorically, literally, and say, where the fuck are you at in life and where are you going? And what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Online. That was the solution. Start an email list. Start fucking tweeting. Grow something. Make it happen. And do it. All that was left to do was just execute, and faith that it would work if I put all of myself into it, which I have, obviously. I have the soul in the game factor, to use that phrase. So yeah, the course that I did, though, that made a big difference. Obviously, it's made a big, big, big difference. Not necessarily a rock bottom moment, but proverbial splash of cold water. It was a rock bottom moment. It was. Yeah, it was for me. That wasn't even that long ago. No, it was not. One of my superpowers is I evolve quickly. I'm not someone that I don't have an ego attachment to changing at all. I never fight change. Did you have any help setting up any sales funnels? No. I still don't have, dude, my sales funnel to this day, email list. It's in the course. Everything is attached to the email list. I don't have any funnels page at all. I'm gonna start creating some next few months, but I never had a funnel that was like, I go to actually started, I don't have any kind of actual page. This is, that's obviously a sales page of any kind. The funnel is the list. And Twitter is the other funnel that funnels to the list. The emails and the emails I send out, those are, that's the audience. I keep it very simple in that regard. Again, all this shit, I'm not bullshitting you guys, all this shit gets covered in the course. That's why those emails lately, the 5,000 word email I sent out on how to make money online, where do you think I learned all that? The course, people. Profitable Business Blueprint. I didn't plagiarize the course, obviously, but it was all the, it was the accumulation, synthesis, and the application, the crystallization of all the content And all the lessons learned over the last 4 months, and I put together in the the email series. Same thing with the other email I had on how to grow a following. Same thing in the email I had on Jewish Illuminati Trust Fund. Yeah, I think both those have, I think cumulatively it was probably like 10,000 words. I basically wrote a guide on how to make it online. Yeah, a bit profitable business blueprint, people. That course, because it was but the thing was, when you do a course, guys, is that versus having you teach yourself on your own, it's laid out on a continuum. It's laid out on a continuum, and I don't know how. If you've never learned that way, I don't know how I could emphasize how much more effective it is for learning. The way most people learn is by accident. You do something, you fuck up, you try and figure out what you did wrong. Maybe you read this book, you try to apply things. Read this book, you try to apply things. When you're actually learning from someone that is masterful in what they're teaching, and they have things laid out on a continuum of learning, your learning and your application thereof is going to be so massively accelerated that I cannot impress that point upon you guys enough. It's not a situation as, oh, here's a course, and I got some good nuggets from it. Learning if you actively guide and prepare the process, and you make it multi-level, across all different layers of your psyche, you can go from 0 to 1. You can go from incompetent to competent. You can go from competent to masterful in a very short period of time. There's no replacement for that. That's why hiring a mentor is such a big deal. That's why if you can get a course, and then you can find a mentor, and you can model yourself. If you can model yourself on somebody that's successful, and you can learn how to model your thinking in an effective way that is proven by reality, you are unlimited in what you can do. If you want to navigate both those things yourself, relying upon your own intuition instincts, yeah, you can still learn stuff. You're still going to, but it's going to be a slower process. I said that in my testimonial for Christian. That course took years off the learning curve, fucking years. What took me a decade to figure out, that course managed to put together in 4 months. So yeah, that's why I titled this college education versus online business course. Went to college for 3 years. Worked for other people for 7 years. Let's see, went broke, went into debt, racked up, credit card, financial crap. So it took me 10 years to sort myself out, and then in 4 months, this course took my business from, being essentially driven by my own consistency but randomosity to having an overreaching system to it, and now having a vision for it. That's how I know Christian's legit, among other reasons. That's why I'm telling you guys, if you want to do something, that is of yourself, guide the process. How did Christian lay it out? It's laid out in modules. It's a combination of video plus text, plus it's a lot of writing. That's the other factor. That's why it works if you do it. It's a lot of writing. Every lesson to it has a bunch of writing, has a bunch of essentially, analysis and synthesis that you have to go through. This has been a fucking real talk conversation, Jesus. I had no idea where this was going to go. Templates, I assume? Yeah, a lot of templates in it. Everything has a template attached to it. Hi, handsome, hi. I hadn't had coffee yet before I tiled this, so if this has been rambling, I apologize, guys. Hopefully you got some stuff from this. Obviously, I don't plan these things, since I hate canned bullshit, as you all figured out at this point. This was excellent. Good. Hope you got something out of it. Coffee's almost gone. I'm getting tips from my own course. Good for you, my man. Wall Street Playboy seems to be doing some of the efficiency. That was a good book, actually. That was a very good book. Do they have a course? I have no idea. I'm an analyst by trade. Is the writing in this course more analytical or creative? A combination of both. One of the factors, for myself, I'm a very creative person. The course for me, because it laid stuff out in such a systemized way, it forced me to be analytical. At the same time, though, if you are extremely analytical but not creative, it will be effective for you. It strikes a very good balance between the two, since you have somewhat like two personality types. You have people that are highly creative, but they can't focus. Then you have people that are hyper-focused, but the creative aspect of making something for themselves, that they struggle with. So I would say it serves both people that way. I'm here to say hi. I'm creative too. Good for you, Dream Doll. Hello. your coffee. Black coffee. Only way to drink coffee. Any other questions, guys? Before I close this off? Katie's my name. Hi, Katie. Can't wait for the link. Yeah, the link, guys, the link, if you're still watching this, I'm going to post it just underneath the Periscope. So it'll be in the tweet. Crazy last 2 years. The last years have been fucking insane, dude. I mean, my life changes every 6 months. But, you know, the last 2 years especially, it's been wild. It has been wild. But yesterday, good for you, brother. Good for you. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about it, DM me. You know I'm pretty open about shit, so. What coffee brand were you drinking? I think this is Trader Joe's New Mexico Pinon coffee, if I remember correctly. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to go do the video walkthrough right now. Like I said, if you have any questions about the course, let me know, and I'll post the link to the course underneath this, this Periscope. Are you on Twitter? Yes, I'm on Twitter. AJA_Cortes. All right, guys, no more questions right now. I'll talk to you all again. Adios, brothers and sisters.